Union, Kentucky might not be the first place you think about when moving to the Cincinnati area, but I'm going to show you why maybe it should be. From upscale neighborhoods to strong school systems to new restaurants and real estate developments, I'm going to show you why people are flooding to this northern Kentucky suburb. All right, so if you're looking to move to the Cincinnati area, you might have already targeted some neighborhoods like Mason or Westchester or Oakley or Anderson. But if you're looking on the Kentucky side, if you want a feel kind of like Mason, kind of like Westchester, that's what Union, Kentucky is. You've got a lot of residential housing, you've got some upscale neighborhoods, but you're right on the edge of this beautiful Kentucky charm with these rolling hills and these horse farms. It's a great place to live. So first up, let's talk about proximity. Union is located just 20 minutes south of downtown Cincinnati. CVG Airport is about 15 minutes away, and the Florence Mall and a lot of the shopping and amenities around Florence are only about 10 minutes up the highway. So whether you're working in the city or you just want to enjoy the amenities of a major metro, you can easily access it all while still living in a peaceful, small town environment. And for some perspective, being in Union, Kentucky puts you at about a similar distance to downtown as Mason or Westchester on the Ohio side. Welcome to Triple Crown Country Club here in Union, Kentucky. Now this private 18-hole championship golf course is consistently ranked one of the top golf courses in both the Cincinnati area and the state of Kentucky. There have been multiple championships played here. It's a really great country club. The course features 7,100 yards. There are 6 different tee boxes, so it accommodates all different types of players. And fun fact, back in, the year 2000, maybe 2001, 20-year-old Eric, who grew up here in this area, was a golfer, loved playing golf. I wanted to get on the best golf course around, so I was a cart boy, worked here for 2 summers, absolutely loved working here. Now, Triple Crown Country Club was established here in 1990, 35 years ago. The course was designed by Gene Bates, who served as the Vice President of Design and Construction Services for Jack Nicklaus Design, so you know it's a high-level golf course. All right, now if golf isn't fully your thing, that's okay. The country club offers a variety of memberships. There are the golf memberships, but there's also social memberships where you can enjoy all the amenities here that the club offers. And that includes a recently renovated clubhouse. You've got the pool that's open in the summer and it is hopping in the summertime with all the families that live around here. It's a very family-friendly club. You've got these tennis courts, you've got pickleball courts, and you've also got this recently constructed pavilion, which is perfect for outdoor celebrations. All right, now Triple Crown is a master plan community that began in 1990, and they are still building houses here today. There are close to 2,000 houses in this community, and within a 3-mile radius, there's over 30,000 people that live here. So you can't talk about Union, Kentucky, or really Northern Kentucky without bringing up Triple Crown. There's parks like this one scattered throughout the neighborhood. There's great walking trails and sidewalks. There's beautifully landscaped streets. People ride their golf carts all around the community up to the clubhouse and back and to hang out with neighbors. It's really cool. And from a housing standpoint, there's really a broad spectrum. You know, some of the houses that are right on the golf course, they can range from anywhere from $1 million to up to $4 million, those beautiful mansions. On the other side of that, you've got townhomes and condos. You can get in the high 200s and low 300s, but probably the bulk of housing here in the community are single family homes ranging somewhere between $500,000 and $800,000. So there's really something for everyone here. All right, let's talk about amenities and particularly shopping for Union, Kentucky. Now, a lot of the shopping traditionally for Union has been done with everything that's built up in Florence. So in Florence, you've got Walmart and Meijer and Kroger and a Costco there. But I'm standing in a parking lot here in actually Walton, Kentucky, but we're on the south side of Triple Crown because this Publix just opened up a few weeks ago. There are actually 4 more other Publix stores going to be opening up in the next few months. They're coming into a market where Kroger has traditionally had a stranglehold on the shopping. It's a great Cincinnati company, but a lot of people are excited about this new variety of Publix store opening up. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the people living in Union, Kentucky, what the area is like, and some real estate stats of Union, Kentucky. The population in Union is about 7,000 people. The median age is about 39 years old, and the median household income is $139,000. Now, this is actually the highest median household income in Northern Kentucky. In terms of employment, the top 5 occupations are manufacturing, retail trade, healthcare and social assistance, construction, and education. And most people are driving to work. Public transit's not really a thing out in Union, Kentucky. You're either driving to work or you're working from home, and that commute time is about 27 minutes on average. Additionally, for the seniors out there, the AARP Livability Index for the zip code of 41091 is a 55 out of 100, so that scores a little bit above average. All right, next up, we're here at Ballyshannon here in Union, Kentucky. Now, this is a newer neighborhood. It's got an Irish theme. It's a wee bit Irish. So there's shamrocks and like stones throughout the neighborhood to give that aesthetic feel. It's pretty cool. And unlike Triple Crown, it's not built around a country club or the golf course, but there are a lot of recreation activities here in the neighborhood. You've got a community pool, there's a splash pad for the kids, you've also got a playground and walking trails like this around the lake. There's also a community cabana that can be used, which is great. And what's really unique about Ballyshannon is the middle school is actually built right in the center of the community. So it's a great place for families to connect with one another if you're living here in this neighborhood. One other neighborhood I wanted to hit here is Orleans. Now, we're a little bit closer to Florence, Kentucky. We're just on the outside of Ballyshannon. There's another European theme here. This one is French, whereas Ballyshannon is Irish. So I don't know, Union, Kentucky loves their European themes. I actually grew up and we're hitting kind of the highlight reel of Eric's summer jobs when he was in college. I used to clean this pool and when I was in college, I was a cart boy at Triple Crown, so we're hitting all those shots here. In terms of price point, you could buy new construction. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive. That same house here that was built 20 years ago is gonna be quite a bit cheaper price per square foot. So in this neighborhood, you're looking mostly in the 400,000s and the 500,000s if you were to buy a home here. All right, while we are here in Orleans, I want to go ahead and show you one of these properties that is for sale so you can kind of get a feel for it. You can look around and you can see that all these patio homes are very similar. This was built 20 years ago. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath patio home listed for $415,000. And you'll see as you come inside what that looks like of being 20 years old, but it's also a great value. Let's check it out. So as you'll see coming in here, you've got some things that are dated. You've got probably original carpet, you've got original light fixtures that are 20 years old. Even the kitchen's maybe a little outdated, so you might want to update that as you go. But the other thing I wanted to mention here is like, where are you gonna get these lots, on a new construction? You're gonna pay a lot for that, a premium, to get something that has this kind of view, a lake view. Everything's still very solid here. You can obviously make the updates here in the kitchen or the bathrooms if you want to, but this is a great property. The other thing I wanted to say in Union, Kentucky is because you have so many single family homes here, and because you have so many families here, a property like this where the HOA takes care of your lawn, the maintenance, all the landscaping, stuff like that is perfect, where you can have a single floor living space and be close to your kids and grandkids. There's a lot of that product here in Union, Kentucky that's perfect for grandparents. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the real estate stats. Currently, the month's supply of inventory is at 1.56 months of supply in Union, Kentucky. What does that mean? It means if no new houses come out on the market, everything will be sold in 1.56 months. So it's still a seller's market. Now, over the last 12 months, we've seen a slight increase in the month's supply of inventory, up about a little over 3%. But overall, it's still pretty low inventory. It's still a seller's market, but it's something to keep an eye on to see if that inventory continues to creep up. The sold to list price percentage is holding strong at 98%, and that just means that sellers are getting very close to their asking price when they're selling homes. Now, the median estimated home value is $433,000 in Union, Kentucky. That's up about 5.8% over the last 12 months. The median list price, however, is at $540,000. The median home age is 21 years old, so a lot of these neighborhoods, the houses were built in the early 2000s. In Union, Kentucky, 88% of people own their own home, while only 12% rent. So this really is one of the more affluent, upscale neighborhoods in all of Northern Kentucky. All right, let's talk about schools in Union, Kentucky. Now, Boone County public school system is a great choice for parents who are looking for a solid education system for their kids. We looked at Ballyshannon earlier, and that school is right in the middle of the neighborhood. Right now, we're outside of Larry A. Ryle High School. On this same campus is also a middle school, Gray Middle School, and an elementary school, Shirley Mann Elementary. Ryle High School, Cooper High School, they have a great track record for success here in Boone County, as well as the middle schools and the elementary schools. I recommend you get on greatschools.org, niche.com, check out the ratings for yourself, but these are some really highly rated public schools in the Northern Kentucky area. Now, if you want to go outside of public schools, you have some other options. There are Catholic schools nearby, Christian schools, there are Montessori schools, and even homeschool options. So lots of great choices for parents and their kids in Boone County. All right, I want to talk about a very exciting development that's happening here in Union, Kentucky, maybe the most exciting in all of Northern Kentucky, which is right here at the Union Promenade. All kinds of new shops, restaurants, and of course you've got housing right here, so a very walkable community. You've got Cincinnati Children's here, and you've got Chick-fil-A coming in. You know that they've done their market research, so if you're looking to move into Northern Kentucky, being around Chick-fil-A is not the worst idea you can make in terms of your home's appreciation. This is a very exciting area to be at. The Union Promenade is also home to anchor tenant here, Cincinnati Children's Hospital. If you know anything about Cincinnati Children's, they're one of the top ranked children's hospitals in all of the nation. So this is another huge reason why Union, Kentucky is fantastic for families. All right, let's talk about restaurants here in Union, Kentucky. Now look, for the most part, you're gonna get a lot of suburban chain type of restaurants, but a lot of it's really good for families. So you're gonna have your Skyline Chili's, you're gonna have your La Rosa's Pizzas, but you are seeing some things like this happening, which is Braxton Brewery. I mean, these are one of the most popular craft breweries in all of the Cincinnati area. Their original location's in Covington. They came down, opened this very cool location. It's attached to another Cincinnati homegrown favorite, which is Dewey's Pizza. And then right next door, you have Grater's Ice Cream. So you've got a trifecta here of beer, pizza, and ice cream that is really hard to beat. You know, I expect to see a lot more cool options like this open up in the Union Promenade coming up. So again, it's a mix of some suburban chains, but some also very cool places like this that are great to take your family or just come hang out for the afternoon. If you're wanting something different than what's right here in Union, Kentucky, you're still only 20-25 minutes from downtown. You've got all the great options in OTR. You can also hit up Covington and Newport if you don't want to cross the river. Cheers. All right, we've covered a lot of the pros of living in Union, Kentucky. Before we wrap, let's talk about a few of the cons. Number one, look, you're in the suburbs. So if you want more of that urban lifestyle with all the amenities of being closer to downtown, you're not gonna have that here. You are in the burbs, okay? You're about 20-25 minutes from downtown. Number two, housing prices are gonna be a little bit more expensive here. You know, the downside to having these nicer neighborhoods is that housing costs a little bit more. Number three, public transportation. There's just not much to speak of here. If you're living out here, you need to have your own vehicle. Now look, guys, if you are looking to make a move to the Union, Kentucky area, my team would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Give us a call, 513-813-6293, or email us directly at info@teamsztanyo.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.